So today I'm going to talk about mag bars and mag bar strikers. Yeah, I'm watching a lot of YouTube, and people are really saying bad things about mag bars. I guess they've been around for so long. People take it for granted, or everyone's moving to fire steels or ferro rods. I actually love ferro rods, and I got a ton of them. I probably have maybe I don't know, 10 different kinds, either small ones, big ones, even that huge blast match. So I love these things, but I think these things are great too. And I just, I think I just want to address some people who are having a hard time shaving these things off. I think I've seen people try to shave it off with knives, something like this. They're trying to shave it off like this, or they're using the old hacksaw blade. It comes with it. So this is an old one, but they use the hacksaw blade, and it really, this part right here, the hacksaw, it really kind of cuts into your skin. And I've had that happen where it actually rips some of my skin, and it's not very comfortable, and it just gets dust. It just picks up dust, and it takes forever. So I want to talk about a couple of strikers that maybe will help you guys out, and things that I've used and seems to work for me. So the first thing is, well, here's my little list, so that way I don't forget to talk about certain things. I want to talk about the hacksaw that comes with it, a lot of these strikers. Black striker, which I found, firesteel striker from firesteel.com, the back of a knife, the leatherman can opener, and the back of a saw blade from, let's say, the leatherman or a Swiss tool. So let's get right into it and talk about, the first thing I want to talk about is this one. This is actually, I got two of them. Actually, I have another one, but I don't have it here with me. This one is your Harbour Freight tools, right? This one I got for $2, and I think right now you can get it on sale for maybe $2.70 or something like that. It's definitely around $3. This one is your Doan's. I think this is actually a copy of a Doan's, but this one is more like close to $10. And so I'll show you the difference. I think there are slight differences, not that much. So as you can see, this one I've kind of beaten to death, this one, and this is your Harbour Freight tool one. So let me talk about this one. Okay, so right here, this is your standard one, and the paints come off, but it's okay. This part right here, the back, not the actual teeth, not the part with the teeth, but the back is what I actually use to shave it off. So let me get some paper here, hopefully you can see this. Let's try the dark side. I think this will be easier to see. So let me shave some stuff off. Let's try this side. I think we'll pause it and try the other side for a second. Okay, I flipped that over so it's easier to see since I'm right-handed. So all I'm going to use is the back side, not the one with the teeth. You can try this, but I really don't recommend it. It just doesn't work as well. So here we go. So you can see those shavings coming off, but it is really cutting into my skin right there with these teeth. These teeth are cutting right in, digging in right in there, and it's leaving some marks, and eventually if you do enough of it, it'll actually cut your skin. So here's the dust. I hope you can see this. So not bad. It does the job, but let's try some other ones. Oh, the other thing is the backside is actually not that. You want that 90-degree angle, but it's not that sharp. So I actually, where is it? If I can find it. I actually bought Harbour Freight tool, this grinder, this bit. So if you just rotate it and kind of go through it a bunch of times, it'll make it nice and flat. This one, the bit, actually it comes in a pack of 3 for about $10. It's got the little one, it's got a bigger one, and it's got one that's kind of sharp to cut metal. So I primarily use this one to grind things down. So I love this thing. It does a lot of things very, very fast. So okay, let's go to the next one, which is the back of this striker. So this black striker, it looks kind of like a bottle opener right here, and I got this from Deal Extreme. It comes with all these other fire strikers. So the reason I like it is, if you notice here, it's nice and flat. Over here it's nice and flat, so when I do it, when I really try to press it down, it actually doesn't dig in because it doesn't have that hacksaw blade. So I could grind down the hacksaw blade, it just seems like a lot of work. So alright, let's give this a try. I don't want to throw this dust away, but let me just pile them up so that way I don't just throw it out and the kids are gonna eat it or something crazy. Okay, let's give this a try over here. Doesn't really make a difference. Let's just do this side. Okay, here we go. Let's give this a try. Same mag bar, but I'm doing this side right here, and it just feels a little bit more comfortable. I mean, it's doing about the same amount of job. Actually, I would say it's actually doing a better job. It's cutting more faster. So here you go. So it's got a fair amount of dust, and that's good. I'm just going to collect it over there, so I'll use it a little bit later when I test out the strikers. Okay, so where's the next one? The firesteel striker. Okay, this one costs a little money. Where is it? Where did I put that thing? Just when you need it. It's not here. I think I have it. Okay, here we go. This one right here. This one I bought at firesteel.com for about $2. It's pretty small, nothing special about it, but I really, really love it. It's got 90-degree edges. It's supposed to be carbon steel, and let's just give it a try. So let's flip this over and see if we can. And it just goes. It doesn't hurt my hands at all because it's got this plastic sleeve around it, this plastic holder, and no metal is actually touching me at all. So it just comes right off, and it is really, really nice compared to the other two. So we've got this one, we've got this one, and we got this one, right? So we've got these three. This one's easily the most comfortable, and it actually shaves the most for the least amount of effort. So definitely this is the winner. It's about $2 at firesteel.com. The shipping is kind of an issue. I think it's maybe $3 or $4 for shipping. But if you buy 5 or 6 of these, then it reduces the amount that you have to pay per item for shipping. So yeah, but I highly recommend, if you find a way to get these things cheap, I highly recommend these things. So okay, here is my Mora knife, and I've got another one. Where's my other one? Boy, here's my other one. So this is the utility knife. I think I got it for $10. This one is my regular Mora knife. This one's about $15 or something like that. So it's got a nicer handle. But let's just use this red knife. It's nice and small. Use the back of the knife. Some people talk about using it this way. It's just going to dull your knife really, really fast. So I don't recommend doing that at all. So let's give this a try. Yeah, well, it's doing the job. It's cutting it up pretty good, and it's giving you flakes. And I got to tell you, it is very, very comfortable compared to the first two. Now it's just slightly more comfortable than the firesteel one, than this one. But you can get so much more pressure onto it that it does feel more comfortable, this one. So you don't have to hold it like this, pinching it. You can just hold it, the whole thing, and just slide it down. The other thing I want to mention is the back of this was actually not that, I don't think you can see it, but it was not that flat. But I ground it down with my little grounding tool, my bit, and it's great. It's great for striking as well as actually for shaving these things off. So yeah, let's try the last one. Is there a last one? No, there's 2 more. So here's the other one that I've seen other people use and I've tried out, is the Leatherman. The Leatherman's got a special tool right here. This is a can opener, but right here, I don't know if you can see it right there, is a little V notch that's very, very sharp. It's supposed to be for, I think it's supposed to be for stripping wire, but I use it for shaving the stuff off. So let's see if I can. It's been a while since I tried this because this is not my favorite way of doing it. Yeah, so it just comes right off. Yeah, it comes right off. Pretty comfortable. You can also use this tip right here, which is the actual can opener, and use that part to shave right off too. So it's okay. I mean, I always have this thing, so I have it as just in case scraper kind of thing, but it's not my favorite tool. But it is comfortable. So last but not least, so the same Leatherman. Okay, this saw blade. It's of course great for cutting branches and cutting pieces of wood, but the back, I didn't even have to grind it. It is so flat and so 90 degrees. It's very, very sharp. in terms of being able to slice this thing. So let me just show you. It takes no effort, and it's just slicing through that thing. No problem. So here are my recommendations for strikers, or for shaving down the mag bar. This is my number one tool. I would love to use it. This is the one I would use. Probably second is the Mora knife, or some knife that's got a 90-degree angle in the back. It's nice and sharp. Then you've got the firesteel striker. I love this thing too because it's so small and handy. And as long as I don't lose it, I put this orange tape around this so it's easier to find if I drop it. And then this one, the black one. And then this one, the one that it actually comes with, is probably the least useful, the most painful to use. I just really don't like it. I just have it here. I don't even know why. Oh, actually, I have it because you can actually strike and start a fire. So let me talk about that as the last thing, last tip. So again, if you got a good knife and you are going to carry it anyway, why not, grind the back down so it's nice and flat, so you can use it to shave your mag bar. So that was the Harbour Freight tool. I'm going to use this so I don't burn up the garage here. Usually this works well enough. So here, I don't want to even burn the paper. I'm just going to slide all the stuff here. So there's all the Harbour Freight one. And so here's the other tip that I've seen people do, and I just don't think it's very effective. So I've seen people try this thing where they're sparking it like this, and they're trying to throw the sparks onto the shavings, which eventually it will catch. But I've seen people just do it maybe 10-15 times before it catches. So here's what I do. I just place this bar right here, and I know some people might be a little scared because this thing is going to blow up in your face, but that just doesn't happen. Okay, so here's what I do. I just put it straight down, and there you go. It's one shot, and it works almost every time. So if not, then maybe 2 or 3 times. Let me lift this up so that way it doesn't burn the cardboard underneath. So I'm going to blow it out. So that's the Harbour Freight one. Again, this one is $2-3, and I think as long as you know how to use it correctly and efficiently with one of these back of the saws or the back of your knife, it's really, I think it's great. For the weight, for the price, I always carry one in my backpack. Let's try the Doan's one. Now the Doan's one, people have been really knocking this Chinese stuff. Let's try the Doan's. I think the Doan's is good. Okay, so here's the Doan's. It costs a little bit more than the Harbour Freight tool. So the Harbour Freight tool one is about, I bought it for $2 on sale. Sometimes you can actually get it for free if you get the mailer and you're able to time it just right. But the Harbour Freight tool one is about $2-3. This one is about $10, $8, $9, $10 depending on where you buy it. So okay, let's just shave this off and see how it goes. Comes off pretty nice. No issues at all with shaving it. I wouldn't say I get flakes, I get these curls, which are no problem. Sometimes it is a little bit harder to start if the magnesium's too thick. So I'm trying not to make it too thick. I'm trying to get some that are a little bit thinner. So there you go. I think that was about maybe 30 seconds of effort. So wind can be an issue, yes, I agree, but if you can find a place where it's a little bit more protected, that's good. And the other thing that I've seen people do is they actually shave all these things on top of duct tape. So put the duct tape and put the shaves on top of it so that way it doesn't fly as much. And then that should work. So, okay, let's give this a try. See how it goes. All right, there it goes. So, I don't know, it's hard to tell if it's brighter or if it's the same. It seems the same. The amount of effort seems the same as well. The shavings are it seems a little cleaner. I'll give you that. So it's starting to burn at the bottom of the cardboard, but it's okay. It should be okay. So anyway, there you go. My recommendation is for the striker as well as for the shaving, the back of the saw. either this one or I've got a Swiss tool, and this back of that saw works really well too. And I've actually got a Gerber, the suspension, and that one works fine too. So it seems like any multi-tool, if you've got the back of the saw blade, it should work great. At least those three that I know of. Of course, the back of the knife works as well. Okay. Well, thanks for watching, and try to appreciate these mag bars because I think they're great.